Yo, 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 yo. What's happening, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? It's DMV Day. Oh, shout out to the DMV. Shout out to young Jordan going back for the second attempt. Technically, it's the first attempt. We ain't even getting the dough good the first time. But today we gonna try it again. Shout out to that chick, yo, Auntie Canada. D-Rob, salute. What up, boo? Craig G, my guy. How's everybody doing today? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome to Morning Motivation, your daily dose of inspiration and empowerment. I'm your host, Jamon, and I'm thrilled to have you join us as we kickstart our day with positivity and purpose. So whether you're here to seek motivation, connect with like-minded individuals, or to simply start your day off on the right foot, you've come to the right place. And on your way in the door, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know that you're here. If you're a first timer or just been kind of just taking in the content, wave at us this morning. Say hello. Do something. Let us know you're here. We want to hear from you. I promise we won't bite unless you want us to. But my biting days are over. So now I just give hugs. I just give hugs now. And I sit back and I let people cook. I let people cook. Shout out to my firstborn. She bought me a cup of coffee yesterday, y'all. My baby knows that. Ooh, her dad drink a lot of coffee. It don't keep me up. I don't even feel the effects of the caffeine until I stop drinking it. I feel it then. I think it's called the withdrawal. But anywho, because we got to go do that DMV thing in the mornings, or this morning in particular, it's probably not going to go the full hour today. I'm probably going to knock off about maybe 10, 15 minutes early so I can get to him and get down the highway. So without further ado, today we're talking about necessary evils. Necessary evils. And I ended yesterday's comment about, what makes you happy. And I heard a lot of good comments on things that make people happy. For me, it's happiness it's kind of relative because there is a feeling of happy. There's a feeling that, all is right with the world. You're not lacking anything. You're not really desiring anything. You're in a good place. It's slightly above comfortable, but not to the heights of ecstatic. It's like, I'm good. I'm really good. And as I've gotten older, I've discovered there's one thing that makes me happy in this stage of my life. And that is seeing other people win too. I get so much joy of watching people win. But not just watching them win. This may be some part of my sadistic side. Or my torturous side, some people would like to say. My cold side. I like to see the process. I love to see in the Olympics when a person who's supposed to win, they fall flat or they get knocked out of the competition. Because I know what's happening on the inside. There's a fire that's being restored, rekindled, if you will. And they're going to come back furious the next time. They're going to overcome whatever hurdle they had to overcome, and they're going to come out victorious. I also like seeing the person that nobody knew about, what they call the dark horse, the person with the least favorable odds of winning. And then they come out on top. They defy all the odds. Because you know that person did a lot of work with no eyeballs. Nobody watching them. Nobody, a coach coaching them, but nobody giving them exactly, Auntie kind of hit it, the underdog. I love the underdog story. I keep telling you guys, I'm the friend that when I see people going through, I get excited. Not because they're going through stuff. Well, kind of. Sometimes it's kind of hilarious to see how people react to things. But what I get excited about is that I know without a shadow of a doubt, when this person gets out of this, they're going to be changed. They're not going to be the same. And so what I do, I just take a step back. I'll send a little encouragement. Hey, bro, you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. Last night, for example, I'm at work and I'm training this guy, this tech, I'll say, and he's new to the role. Now, he's never been a director before. And so I'm teaching him. Now, I've already had one or two occasions where I kind of just gently told him, when you start directing, these are the things that you're going to have to look for. These are the shots you want to capture. These are the basic tenets of directing. And then I give him, he get a little, I'll get out the director's seat. He'll hop in the seat and he'll mess with the cameras a little bit, set shots. And, it's easy to do when there's no pressure. When the meeting is pretty much done and you're basically on a wide shot. You may have to switch here and there. He's done it a couple times. But he's mastered his previous position. And so now he's going to the next level. And I know that learning curve is steep. I know this. Because it's one thing like Jordan will experience today. It's one thing when you took driver's ed and you in the car with an instructor, maybe a peer or two, depending upon how your school does it. And then there's another thing when your parents get in the car with you, but at some point you get comfortable. But when you go and that examiner gets in the car with you and there's no parent, it's you and that person with the clipboard. I'm the person who loves that. Because today, he's gonna take my key, get in my car, and he's gonna drive off with a total stranger. And when he comes back, either he's going to be successful or he's gonna fail. Oh. I told you about the car ride last week home. He was so sick he didn't even want to drive home. Because it's the hard times that make the good times worth it. So I call them necessary evils. And so what I want to do this morning, I want to take you to the good book, the book of Thrive. The book of Thrive. Turning trials into victories. I want to take y'all back to this book. And I think it was somebody in the chat months ago when we were doing gratitudes and we were doing the affirmations. Somebody asked me, you always say you're grateful for your hard times. How can you be grateful for the hard times? Wait, hold on. Toronto says, I need you to clap for me. I have my podcast kit, mic, stand, the whole setup, and have no idea where Hey, shout out to Auntie Canada. Oh, man. Shout out to Auntie Canada. Now you, too, can have that cheek yo producing your show. Put your logo up. Where's your banner? I'm like, oh my goodness, man, this chick, she's a professional. Oh, she's a professional. She's a producer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna be a little. I'm gonna be a heckler. Can I be a heckler? I love it though. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me know, man. Yes, you have my email. Shoot me an email. We'll connect. Maybe we'll Zoom or something. And let me look at your setup, and I'll see if I can I can simplify it a little bit for you. Maybe, I don't know. So this morning I want to read to you from the book of Jaman, chapter 1, verse 1. And I want to explain to you why I'm grateful for my hard times. Why I'm grateful for my hard times. Why I'm thankful when things don't always go the way that I planned for them to go. On a side note, actually, I'll do the side note after that. So, all right, Deacon, read. Chapter 1, The Stork with Broken Wings. You should have seen. Well, I might not have seen it. I didn't walk out the building last night. The location is an hour from my house. I didn't walk out the building until almost 11 o'clock last night. So by the time I got home, it was almost 12 midnight, and then I get here and I forgot granddaughter number 2 is at the house. Oh, that's another whole story. Somebody remind me to tell you about granddaughter number 2 and Bobby. But okay, back to the stork with broken wings. In my childhood cartoons, a big, beautiful white stork would deliver a happy, bouncing baby to the doorsteps of nervously awaiting parents. They would unwrap the bundle of joy and celebrate the new baby's arrival with family and friends. If this story were true, my stork would have been smoking a cigarette, flying drunk, and crashing me into every other building. Ha! I say this jokingly, but it may not be that far from the truth. My first life-changing event had happened before I left my mother's womb. Young Iris, 5 months pregnant, when she was involved in a car accident that sent 2 men to the hospital, one with deep, dark bruises, and placed the other in a coma. She was unharmed for the most part, but as concern shifted to her unborn child. You see, my father had lost control of his 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass. It was red with a white racing stripe down the middle. It had white leather seats, or pleather if you will, this is the 70s, mind you, and chrome wheels. But now it rests halfway between a cherry tree and a telephone pole. Iris was only about 26 weeks into her pregnancy, and if she had gone into premature labor in 1975, the chance of survival would have been slim. Thankfully, she carried me to full term without any complications, and at my birth, the only thing noticeably wrong was a small congenital disability or defect. The doctor noticed that one of my legs were a little bigger than the other, but dismissed it as normal because very few people are perfectly symmetrical. Some people got stuff off, right? Both arms aren't the same size. Both breasts or pecs aren't the same size. Nobody's perfectly symmetrical unless you're, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're a bodybuilder. That's your genetics, just that great. My mother left the hospital happy to give birth to her first child, and very sad because my father wasn't thrilled to be having his, I put in the book 7th, but I would soon find out that there was another one. So 8th. She was from a small town in North Carolina but found herself in Newark, New Jersey. At the age of 19 years old, she was unemployed, hadn't finished high school, unmarried, and now responsible for a new life. This is my story, y'all. This is how my story began. Not my mother's story, my story. Actually, it's a little bit more. My mom gets so mad when I tell this story, so I'm gonna skip some of this in case she watched this show. The stork that delivered me obviously had a broken wing, bad vision, because he left me damaged and apparently missed my real delivery address because this couldn't be where I was supposed to go. Had I done something in a former life that would relegate me to this existence? Of course. I began to have mounting issues with my leg after my birth, but the insurance company had already swooped in and gave my mother $500 for her trouble while asking her to sign a release of liability form. And all this happened, before I was born. So, thrive turning trials into victories. Book of Jaman, chapter 1. My life went on from there. My father, God bless him, rest in peace, Pops, was a young man who was raised mostly by his grandmother and his aunt. He was the oldest boy in the family. And he was very spoiled. He was very enabled to do a lot of things or not do things that he probably should have done. He, I don't know if protection was even invented back then. Probably not, with the amount of kids born in his era. But my father didn't believe I was his kid for a couple of different reasons. My mother, which should have been a great moment for her, experienced regret because now her son was put in the same category that she was put in because my mother was never claimed by her father. She never even met her father but once. He died in prison. I think it's funny sometimes that it seems like the people with the least amount of experience are given the most important jobs. Parenting is one of those jobs. As a grandparent, I am much more equipped now to be a parent than I was when I had my daughter. I've learned so many things. I've built muscle memory. So now when I come in the house and my granddaughter number 2 is here, and my wife, who is a mother as well, but she's only parented one child. I've parented 4 small children to basically adulthood. My wife's been on a journey for 13 years and then only one child. And so our experiences are different. And so now when I see my granddaughter come over and I know certain things, I'm not even going to do certain things. But my wife, because, okay, hold on. Y'all give me a second. Hold on. I got to measure my words here because I don't need her coming in my studio again, threatening me. Shout out to my wife, y'all. She's a perfectionist. And in her mind, she has this regimen of things, these procedural things that she needs to do. But for all of us parents, we know putting kids on a schedule or adapting to a child's schedule is a very treacherous thing. All right, I'm going to just say it. Bump it. My wife is like the loudest person. She is the most carefree, loudest person first thing in the morning. My wife will walk into the bathroom, boo, door just busting open. Shower going, water running in the sink, bathroom fan is on. I mean, all these things are happening. Health Talk, what's good, my guy? But now, she's having to go back to deal with newborns and toddlers. Let me tell y'all something. She came out the door. It took her 5 minutes to close the door because she was so afraid of waking up the baby. Oh my God. If that baby went here, she'd have slammed that door, went downstairs, came back up. I think she do it on purpose, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I think she do it on purpose. I think she be trying to wake a brother up. But when these grandbabies come here, man, she be tipping around the house. When they're here, she here doing is drum line mixed with oh man, what's the dance movie? When they was crumping. What's that movie? She be doing all that junk. Waking up. Oh. I just be like, I'm glad I don't live below you, girl. Woo, walking around like she Bigfoot. Die. But when them babies get here, and you can hear a mouse pee on cotton, she be so quiet. Because she knows through experience. Look, Health Talk, tell me about it, bro. Health Talk said, bruh. That means he know what I'm talking about right now. He knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. It's like, just throwing the curtains open. Letting all the light in. Oh, I thought you was up. It is funny, but when that baby come, man, because she knows that when that baby get up, it's all about the baby. So if you want to get anything done, you let that baby sleep as long as you can early in the morning. And you put that baby to bed as soon as you can at night, because that's the only time you get something done. Stomp the yard. That's it, Kay. Stomp the yard. She been here stomping the yard. And I just be in the bed. I be like that. Why? I don't really get mad anymore, y'all. Because of my beginnings, right? My beginnings. Had my beginning not been the way that it was, I wouldn't have learned certain lessons. I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't have walked the path that I walked. What I'm saying to you is it's all relevant. You need all of the experience. They are necessary evils. In my experience and your experience, maybe two totally different things. Two totally different things. But guess what? They're unique to our path. See, that's what I'm talking about, my guy. Okay, Kay, come get your brother. Oh, man, come on now. Also, you want to come see... Oh, she's talking to Kay right now. Health Talk said, we have a 17-month-old. It took her a minute, but now she move around like she is on a stealth mission. Exactly. Because she don't want to be inconvenienced when she's trying to get a little bit more sleep. I ain't going to say damn I sleep, but damn I sleep. Oh, man. But no, it's necessary evils, y'all. It's necessary evils. If every day was a sunny day, then what is a sunny day? Do you fully appreciate? Do you fully embrace who you are if there's never been a struggle? Do you even know who you are without having to go through a process? Without having to overcome some things? So that's why I'm the friend. I get called a butthole sometimes. Because when people go through stuff, I smile. They be like, what you smiling for, bro? This is hard. I'm like, yeah. But when you figure this out, when you figure this out, because I know what's on the other side. I know what it looks like to be stuck, to be down in the valley. I know what it feels like to be my butterfly. 78-year-old woman slid 100 foot down into a ravine into a bed of thorns and having to crawl her way out, halfway up, slide back down, and then crawl her way back up. True story. One of my coworkers. In the hospital for 2 weeks, getting all the thorns out. In physical therapy for another month. She couldn't come back to work for 2 months. Something that you and I had to happen to, we'd have been out the hole in less than 2 hours. We wouldn't even went to the hospital because we'd have got home and picked thorns out ourselves. But her age and her stage and her health, it was much more immediate. But guess what? She is stronger. And then she came back to work, stepped on a curve wrong, and fell again at work. This was just a week ago. Everybody in the office, oh my gosh, she fell. So they ran out there. She's like, what is wrong with y'all? Get off me. She doing great, yo. She's doing great. She said, what is wrong with y'all? We want to make sure you're okay. I crawled 100 foot out of a ravine. You think I can't get up off the curb? You see, let patience have her perfect work. Let this mind be in you. We're talking about that Christ consciousness. We're talking about it's hard to be bitter and thankful at the same time. If you never go through something, there's a certain level of gratitude and thankfulness that you just can't understand. This is why most grandparents make better parents, because we've experienced all the bad ways of doing it, and we understood it really wasn't that serious. Can't tell her nothing now, yo. Can't tell her nothing. Come around there bouncing up the stairs. I said, all right, you better slow it down. But yeah, man. Life will test you. Life will try you in all kinds of ways. You're going to have setback after setback after setback. But if you endure, if you keep going, if you find ways to be grateful for what you have. Hey man, how you doing today? I'm breathing. I hate when people say that. Because I want to say, do you want to stop? Are you tired of it? I'm just saying, man, life's just hard. Hell, you're supposed to be hard. What are you learning from it, though? Because it's hard because you haven't learned the processes you're in and how to get out of it. You can't hold bitter feelings toward people who did you wrong, because guess what? They were in their process too. If you're harboring all these bitter feelings because an ex did you wrong, because the company fired you without cause, because somebody cut you off in traffic, you're going to become a Sour Patch Kid. And in your body, you're going to speak curses. You're going to find people who affirm those things. And now you're going to be afflicted with all kinds of sickness. You're never going to be able to seem to get ahead in life. It's because you speaking negative because you're not thankful for what you already have. And you think it's you doing it. It's God who gives us the ability to get wealth, to have success. Yes, we go out and we do the work every day. I remember years ago. This was before I got like saved, like for real saved, right? I got saved as a kid in the church, got baptized, dipped in the water, in the outdoor baptism, the cold water. I would have said anything to get out that doggone water for real. But I'm an adult. I'm like my second year in the military, and I meet my homeboy Jay, and him and his wife, And I was telling her how hard I was working, and she was like, God. I was like, man, God ain't clocking in for me. God ain't. I'm hitting the head like with some old heathen stuff for real. And it took a few minutes, but I finally understood what she was trying to tell me. Shout out Judy. I finally understood what she was trying to tell me. She said, it's God who gives you the ability to do everything you're doing. He's like, yeah, you got eyes, but you can't make them see. You got legs, but you can't make them walk. It's what he's giving you already that you don't even think about or don't even know how it works. You're just benefiting from a healthy body. You're benefiting from a strong mind. You're benefiting from survival. It's your life. It's his gift to you, your life. Now, what are you going to do with it? That's your gift back to him. So I love to see when people have opportunities and they wavering, they playing double dutch because they don't know which is the best move to make. It don't matter. Pick one. It really don't matter. It don't. Because we are so resilient as humans. Even if we make a bad decision, we're able to rebound or turn that bad into a good. Because we're always learning. We're learning new things every single day. And we learn the fastest when we have our biggest setbacks. That's when we learn the fastest. Health Talk said, you dropped a dime though, because having sex and raising a child is the biggest result of your actions that we will never be prepared for until you go through it. Facts. This is why it is imperative that we stop being afraid of failure. Failure is necessary for success. Making the mistake is necessary to achieve your goals, your dreams, to raise kids, to be in a happy relationship. I don't hesitate when people say, bruh, you been married how many times? I don't care, because guess what? I finally figured it out. I mean, well, some days I skate on a little thin ice, but for the most part, I figured it out. I wasn't afraid to look bad in front of people, because guess what? They don't determine my happiness. I do. And when I start adjusting here and here, what I'm looking for, what I require, what are my standards? Are they unrealistic? Looking into this market right now, is that what's out here? Am I looking for a Susie homemaker, or do they even make those anymore? Am I looking for an independent woman? Do I want the headache? You have to make deals with yourself sometimes, knowing, okay, I'm going into this situation. This is what it is. This is what it is. If it never got any better from this, am I okay with it? Because you can't go into it and change a situation, especially when there's other people involved. The only thing you could change is you. And if you're that good, you add that much value, you bring that much of value from the other people's perspective, the culture might change because of you, but it's not you changing the culture. It's the people in the environment seeing the benefit that you add and deciding, I don't want to lose that person. They are the best employee. How much they want? They want to raise? How much they want? It'll cost me less to keep them and pay them more than to have them go work for my competitor. Oh man, this chick adds so much value to my life. I'd be a fool to let her walk away. So she need me to do what now? Oh, she just want to hold my hand every now and then? Oh, okay. I might have to go get some coaching. I've had to set a reminder on my phone because it's not what I do. Okay, cool. I need to be more in the contact. I need to figure this out. Okay. All right. I need to get some help. And it may take a process, but guess what? When people see you trying, they give you so much more grace. It's when you get the attitude and get your butt up on your shoulders and say, this is who I am. I ain't doing nothing. You accept me the way that I am or leave me alone. Deuces. They're going to leave you alone. Because any relationship, any situation can be worked out if the people in it are willing to work it out. But one person can't work it out by themselves. It has to be an accounting of what the problem is, who's responsible, and how it's going to get fixed. There has to be some solutions-based conversations instead of you need to, I'm tired of this, you make me. That's unproductive. Very unproductive. D-Rob says, I don't like saying good. When somebody asks how I'm doing, I try to say something different every time. And that's a bar. Shout out to D-Rob. That's a bar. That is a bar. Because when you step into a space and somebody says, hey, how's it going today? Man, outstanding. I'm excellent. Because good truly is the enemy of great. I'm good, meaning it's just regular. But when you go the extra mile and you say outstanding, you create a different energy. Yesterday, I went and looked at a couple cars for Jordan. And some of these cars I got in, let me just tell you, in my mind, what I thought was going to happen, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I was so disgusted by some of the cars that I drove, that I got into, that I saw. It made me go wash my car. I ain't gonna even lie. It made me go wash my car. Because I'm thinking, is this how people see my car? Because y'all, I used to wash my car every other day once upon a time. Now, man, if my car get washed once every 6 months, because I'm always running from here to here. I'm getting in late. I'm getting up early. I'm rushing here. I'm rushing there. Washing a car is the last thing on my mind. The last thing. But I saw some cars in such poor condition that I felt insecure about my own stuff. So I had to go wash my car. And so where I'm going with this is I get to the car place and I pay for the car wash and I come out and I notice my tires didn't really get the shine treatment done to them. And so as I'm vacuuming, I'm looking as I'm vacuuming, I'm just like, my tires don't look like they got no kind of armor all. I mean, I could have spit on them and it'd have been wetter than what them tires look. And so just so happened, one of the guys was walking by. I said, hey man, let me ask you a question. I said, with the package that I got, I said, shouldn't I get like the tire shine on it or something? He said, it didn't do it. He looked at it, he said, oh no, they do look a little ashy. I said, yeah. He said, well, I can go get you some. I said, if you can bring the bottle, I'll spray it on there. He said, all right, bet. This man go get the bottle. He put on some gloves. He got a rag. He sprayed all my tires. He wiped them, dried them, and kept them shiny and glossy. I said, bro, I appreciate that. He said, man, he said, man, you know, I try to make sure that my customers come here are happy. I said, is this your place? You own this? He said, nah, I just work here. I said, bruh, what you just did was called going the extra mile. I gave him a tip. I said, look, I just paid for this car wash, but I'm going to give you some more money because that is incredible. That's how you supposed to conduct business right there. I said, if you keep that up right there, bruh, figure out what you want to go do there and write your tickets. You're going to get it. And this man walked off like, that's what's up. He walked off smiling. And I was backing out. This was like 15 minutes later. I backed out. I'm leaving. He waved at me. He was like, hey, bro, have a good day, man. Have a good day. Now, I'm not telling the story to flex like, hey, man, a tip. But what I'm saying is, because I've had to overcome so many things, when I noticed my tires were ashy, I didn't get upset. I didn't get offended. I didn't assume this place was trying to cheat me out of whatever the money I paid for it. I asked the question. I didn't demand anything. But he took it and says, you know what? I have a standard I have to operate by. And so, two brothers, it could have been a little bit of a confrontation because old me would have been like, hey man, this place suck, bro. Y'all need to get y'all stuff fixed. I done paid all this money for this car wash and my tire's still ashy. Y'all better fix this. Y'all know who I am. Man, You. I don't care who you are. Take your little funky money back and get out of here. Who you throwing money at? Boom. There we go. The process is a necessary evil. The process, going into a relationship. My wife used to do stuff that I thought was cute. But after about a year, it wasn't as cute anymore. And vice versa. I'm just using it from my story here. But vice versa. It happens to everybody. When you first get into a situation with somebody, sometimes it's cute. It's a little awkward, but it's cute. You don't think nothing of it. But a year into it, it's just like, bro, y'all still doing this? You still doing this? It just becomes something to nitpick over. We're in a space now where we laugh and joke about certain things that would have been a major fight 3 years ago. Because we've been through the process. We didn't quit because it got tough. She didn't leave me because I got on her nerves. She didn't leave me because my dirty drawers was in the flow. She didn't leave me. Oh yeah, baby. It was still cute to you. See, don't start me, Craig G. Don't start me. I'll go into a character and stink me that don't need to be on morning motivation. That ninjas is morning hate-ovation. Morning hate-ovation. Oh yeah. Dang, I ain't even say nothing. Look, I would turn the camera around, let you see her, but she'd probably be mad if I did that because I think she working from home today, so she got a robe on. Still beautiful as ever though. Whew. How did I get so lucky? Claude, have mercy. Life is good though. Life is good. You can't have, or I won't go in definites. A mindset that is prepared for the process is a happier mind than a mindset that is geared toward the negative. Yep, Uncle Ruckus done showed up in the building. It's hard to be thankful and bitter at the same time. This is why when we started this show, we started doing gratitudes. What are we grateful for? Because it puts you in a positive mindset. It's hard to truly be appreciative for the things that you have. I told y'all yesterday, I got a lot of stuff happening in my life that I don't like. And I can't do much about most of it. But the things I can't change, I am working on it. I'm changing it. But that don't determine my happiness. I'm happy. And what makes me happy is not just accomplishing my goals. It's not just me winning. It's watching you win too. I want to celebrate D-Rob, his new opportunities. I want to celebrate Auntie Canada's new podcast. I want to celebrate. Man, I saw my sister's TikTok the other day and I got excited. She was planting a plant, but I got excited because she was doing stuff. She called and asked for some help on something. I got excited. I couldn't get to her at that moment, but I got excited because she's doing something. When my brother called me, proud of you, big bro. Proud of you, guy. Actually, both of y'all. Proud of both of y'all. Because both of y'all growing, man. I love it. I'm hearing it in the voices now. But I'm appreciative. I get excited because they doing stuff. They're not just staying stagnant. They're embracing their process. And that's how you find your happiness. Life just isn't going to be what you want it to be without some kind of sweat equity, without paying some kind of price. The story of my birth, my origin story, I used to think it was so tragic. I used to think that why that had to happen to me. My assignment required that that be my story. But it wasn't the end of the story because my mother and my father stayed together. My mother and my father set standards, set precedences, got me out of environments that was not productive for me because I was the hard-headed one. I was the one that was going to be in the shootout. I was the one that was going to be kingpin, running this, running that. I was going to be using my powers for evil and not good. So all things truly do work together for the good, right? So let patience have her perfect work. Whatever you going through, keep going. Don't stop. Don't take no detours. Just keep going. Keep going. And decide to have a positive mindset. Decide to find things to be grateful for. Decide to find the small victories in the overall war. Because when you're going through, nobody feels how you feel. Nobody understands how you understand. And if you're trying to spend all your time trying to make them feel what you feel, you're living a life of misery. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Life will train you. And just like it took her 10 minutes to open the door, she's like, is she still asleep? Is she still asleep? Okay, good. Whew, she's still asleep. Then she's tiptoeing in the door. But before, she was kicking in the door, waving the fofo. Baby, get up. Baby, get up. That's the way it be. That's the way it goes. Necessary evils. The things that we don't want. And if we can't control them, if it's just something happening around us that we have no say in, and we have to go through with as much grace, dignity, and a positive mindset as you can go through it with. Health Talk said, when you're going through hell, just keep going. You see, but we got to find a new code word, because I don't know if you're telling me to wrap it up because I got to leave, or wrap it up because you getting tired of me talking. But now, I do got to leave, though. But your origin story is unique to you. Your journey, your process is unique to you, and it's doing something to you. Yeah, I know he's making you sad, is making you depressed. I get it. But guess what? You choose the mindset that you go through it with. Because no matter how bad you think your life is, there's thousands of people who would trade places with you in a heartbeat. Because their lives are just that much worse. Because their story, their process may be harder. Or because they have no experience yet, it seems worse. And you make it look easy. Comparison truly is a thief of joy. Oh, take your pick. See, y'all see why I love her, right? All right, D-Rock's a question before y'all leave. Do y'all have a savings account separate from the main account? If so, does it help not spend as much trying to figure things out before Florida? I got so many bank accounts, it's ridiculous. So I may not be the best person to ask that question to, but what I will say is you probably need to create a budget. What you have to spend, and then set a savings goal. And then just take it from there. I know I need this to live. I might want to catch a movie or, wash my car. Something. Might want to get a couple of haircuts. How much do I got to spend? How much do I make? This is what's left over. How much do I want to save out of that? I'm with state employees, Navy Federal, USAA, What, Pentagon? No, NASA. I got so many bank accounts, bro. It's ridiculous. Got like 50 cents in each account. Psych. I'm lying. I be lying sometimes, y'all. But anyway, yeah, man. Biggest thing is just decide how much you want to save. Set a time frame to save it. Sometimes you got to pay yourself first. You know, if you want to save this amount of money, well, I don't need the subscription because I'm about to leave anyway, so I'm gonna cancel that subscription. I know about this about to happen. I'm gonna cut that out over there, and I'm gonna put that money over here. 50 grand. I can neither confirm nor deny. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it is getting close to that time now. So I do need to make moves, y'all. But it's hump day, y'all. Also DMV day. And y'all know what happens at the DMV stays on Morning Motivation. So more than likely, I'll be back on Friday to wrap this week up. And I'll let y'all know if the young gun got them L's or not. But I do have my paperwork printed out with the insurance. Let's see if he got his driving log. Hey, don't D-Rob, don't pay Bobby no mind right now. She about to hire you. She about to hire you. Scratching your head, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. Bobby is next level. Everything she's saying is probably it's factual. It ain't probably, it's factual. But you got to go down a rabbit hole to understand exactly what she's saying. See, there we go. All right, y'all, we're going to get ready to end this show right now. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Cut that down some. Leave a comment and subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who could use a little morning motivation. Until next time, have an amazing day and keep striving for greatness. I'm telling y'all, Bobby, she gonna get you right, but it's gonna be a little bit of a process. Cause I tell y'all, she's a perfectionist. She has a system the way things operate. We ain't got enough time to start that conversation in the chat. Not to start it in the chat. All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing hump day. The week is halfway over, so finish strong. Do what you got to do. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. Love on yourselves. Be safe in traffic. Peace.